guys, so today I'm going to be doing my end of the year TBR, but before I get into the books I'm going to be reading this December, I wanted to take a look back at the end of the year TBR I did last year and just see how I did, because I didn't get good at sticking to my TBRs until very recently, so I have a feeling that last year's TBR is just going to be a huge fail. But I thought it'd be fun to revisit it. If you do want to skip this portion and just go straight to this year's end of the year TBR, I will put a timestamp in the description so you can skip this part. Let's just get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing... My glasses are cute. I can't wear those glasses anymore because they're crooked and I have to go get them adjusted, but I'm just too lazy to do that. I should do it. Look how cute they look. The end of year tag. Also, sorry. Look how much longer my hair is now. Damn. The first one being Girls Made of Snow and Glass. I did finish that. I really liked it. So far we're good, 1 for 1. The Hazelwood, which hasn't come out yet, I read half of it in one sitting and I was loving it. Again, this was another book that I felt like would be my favorite of the year. Stop! I did not say that. Oh my god. To give a little context, The Hazelwood is probably gonna be my least favorite book of this year. I did finish it, but, so what did I just say? I started it in October, and I didn't finish it until January of 2018. So it took me like 4 months, and it was really bad. I gave it 1 star. I cannot believe I just said I think it's gonna be my favorite book. I did really love the beginning, and then it was just like, all downhill from there. Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. So this is the first one that I haven't read. I haven't even attempted to read it. I still do want to read it, but it's just not a priority for me, I guess, right now. And then the other one is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. So that is on my TBR for November. I am planning on reading it before the end of this month. Hopefully by the time this video is up, I will have already read it. Clearly I did not read it last year and it has taken me an entire year to even try to read it again. So I would say that the books I'm most looking forward to reading before the end of the year are these right here. We have An Unkindness of Ghosts by River Solomon. I read it, it's great. In the same wheelhouse is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I read that. I honestly probably started reading The Fifth Season right after I filmed this video because it was one of the first things I read in December of last year and it ended up being my favorite book of 2017. So awesome. And then the other one is The Power by Naomi Alderman. I read that at the beginning of this year, I think in February, and I loved it. So wait, out of all those books, there was only 2 I hadn't read. Oh my god, wait, that's awesome. Okay, I did so much better last year than I thought. I was like really worried I wouldn't have read any of the books, but it turned out a lot better. There was only 2 that I hadn't read, and one of those I'm planning on reading this month, so awesome. Now let's get into my end of the year TBR for this year. So in December, I'm pretty much going to be traveling all month. Because of that, I'm going to be filming my best and worst books of the year before I leave. So probably none of the books that I read in December will be able to make it onto either of those lists. So I don't want to read things that I think are going to be my favorite books of the year. I decided that it would probably be the perfect month to do a bunch of rereads, because I normally don't reread books that often because it takes up time of reading new books. But since I'm going to be traveling and none of the books can go on any of my lists, I figured it would just be the perfect time to reread a bunch of books that I've really been meaning to get to. The first series I'm going to be rereading is the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I am basically going to be reading every Grisha verse book in preparation for King of Scars. A couple months ago, I read Six of Crows, so I'm going to be rereading these and then also reading Crooked Kingdom, which I am so excited to get into. And y'all, I cannot wait for King of Scars. Like, I was mildly excited about it when it was first announced, and then I read Six of Crows, and Nina has become the love of my life. So now I'm just like over the moon excited. I cannot wait for it. The next book I'm going to reread is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I'm rereading this in preparation for The Wicked King, which comes out in January. This was the first book I read in 2018, so it would be really funny if this was also the last book I read in 2018. I think I might do that just for like aesthetic's sake. But yeah, this is my favorite YA book of the year. I'm so excited for The Wicked King. I can't even stand it. The next book I'm going to reread is Poison Steady by Maria V. Snyder. I read this literally the month I started my booktube channel. I think this was one of the first books I read when I started booktube, and I loved it so much, but it's been 5 years and I really want to continue with this series, so I need to reread it. I'm hoping I still love it. I'm really scared. I want to reread that so that I can get into magic study and fire study. I think these are the books I'm going to take with me to Colorado when I go with my family for Christmas. I can just picture myself like in the cabin with some hot chocolate under some blankets with a fire going and like reading these. And then the last book on my TBR is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. This is probably the book I'm going to read on the plane to Vegas when I go in December. It just seems like it could be like a really fast-paced, good plane read. And this is like a dark siren book. That was my end of the year TBR. Let me know what are the books that are just like highest on your end of the year TBR. What are those books you have to read before the end of the year? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!